Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Scoop Trading platform. But also that you just please like, comment, and share, and also subscribe as well too if you are seeing this content being valuable enough for you to learn from, as I am dropping a lot of knowledge in the sense of actually just giving insight on what we're looking at in terms of indices and cryptocurrencies overall. So, um, currently as we're looking at NASDAQ. So, as I do take my trend line from the lowest point shooting up to the high, we are, let's do this. I think it's actually much easier for to zoom in on the 4 hour. Okay, yes, to so as you can see, we have been actually pushing up to the upside since like April, beginning close to, well, the beginning of April, um, pushing straight to the upside. So, as you guys can see, my levels have been actually placed in already. So I'm just going to really just tap in on a few zones within the area, just to actually give in a little bit of context just to see on what we are looking for within um where is this line here? Within the daily time frame. So fundamentally, there's been a lot of indecisive things currently happening as is. Last week was one of the first meetups that President Ramaphosa had with Trump, and we saw a little bit of volatility actually within the markets, with bearish momentum actually pushing to the downside. So, yeah, it was quite an eventful discussion and meeting that they had, because they were very much so discussing about a lot of issues based on genocide that's being um, is taking place here in South Africa, which I doubt was, well, yeah, it's a very tricky situation to talk about, but I think in all sense, the markets actually kind of just reacted quite negatively in response to the meeting that was had. So, but I think nonetheless, I think I want us to really just like dive in and just seeing how things are looking currently now. And Trump has been in contemplation of actually placing tariff rates for the EU at 50%. But he is very indecisive in terms of changing the due dates on when the rates will be implemented. So he did say from 1st of June that it could actually commence, and then I think yesterday he did change and say it will be pushed until July and so forth. So um, Powell was speaking yesterday. So he was having a little bit of a discussion in terms of um, how the markets are actually performing in terms of consumption. So things are going to kind of just like ease out in terms of the interest rates, potentially so. I don't think right now, currently as is, because Trump is obviously he's in a little bit of a trade war within some continents and countries as well too overall. But we'll see on how things are actually playing about. So yeah, as you are viewing now and you can see, we are pretty much so in an uptrend, and this trend line has actually mapped out the line moving to the upside. So we were kind of just like ranging within the zone on NASDAQ. I kind of did see a little bit of a pattern form as is, but it seems as if like it wasn't as what I expected it to be, because I saw kind of just an expanding um symmetric triangle, which is around there. But yeah, price came through, broke through to the bottom, failed to actually break this trend line. So we are seeing a push straight up to the upside, and potentially so I think we could actually, if just zooming out on the daily, if this candlestick can be able to close around above this level, we are potentially seeing another upside movement to 22,134 as price commences through. So um, hopefully this candlestick can actually close above this level here and be able to actually push above and see on price move creating higher highs and higher lows within the near future. But I do think based on this trend line actually being rejected around this level here, we could potentially see a really well push to the upside throughout this week and maybe next week. We'll see on how actually things go. But yeah, fundamentally, so just keep an eye out on how things are going about in terms of how Trump is trying to navigate through the tariff wars that he's trying to place. They are causing a lot of fluctuation and confusion within the markets as is, and with us traders overall. Sorry. So now we're looking at US30. So US30 as well is kind of also is also on the same wave as you guys can see. So yeah, looking at the overall trend, we have been on a higher and a higher low movement. So prices kind of just also closed, well, not closed, but it's just kind of just opened above this level on this daily candlestick that you actually currently are seeing. So if we do actually also see this daily candlestick close just above this level, I'll be expecting a push a lot much more to the higher the to higher levels moving forward. So we'll see on how things actually play about, but you know, everything's actually playing according to everything that is planned out. So it's hopefully fundamentally so we can be able to actually just see a bit of a move pushing and breaking this 43,137 level. So we'll see on how things play about. Maybe I could just actually add in just a few levels on the daily just to see. So yeah, these are just kind of like the levels that I've mapped out. Just between two zones as is. So yeah, we'll potentially just be keeping an eye out um on how things do play about with this. I think this level is unnecessary. Mm, yeah, that's a lot much more better. So yeah, we'll see how things actually play about. These just kind of like the levels that I've just mapped out. As is, maybe if you guys just actually just map out as well to on your charts, and then just see on how you can be able to just navigate and placing your buy entries overall. I will possibly maybe just be expecting um for maybe just like an inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, we do maybe just get a bit of a retest, yeah, along this level and a push up, or possibly we will maybe just as is move through this side, and then price might actually come back and then retest and test this level. But likely chances, if it does, we do see a daily candlestick close below this level, then we're obviously going to break this trend line right here and go to the lower areas, which is around here, and then lower high, lower low areas moving into the charts. Or yeah, that's just how it plays. So maybe just like a slight retest back into this trend line, and then a push to the downside, just to complete the overall structure of like a bearish momentum pushing to the downside. So we'll just see on how things actually play about with the Dow Jones. Um, I am just hoping that we kind of just do see some sense of formation within this area as is. But now, if we move into Bitcoin, as we've been kind of been a discussion with it for like the past maybe few weeks, Bitcoin has been on an uptrend as is. I think if you guys do remember this triangle that I had actually placed within this zone, it shot up and pushed to the upside. So we'll maybe kind of just actually see, because now I think yesterday price was actually rejecting this level here, which I'm just going to take out here and reaching around this level here. We are going to be seeing hopefully a bit of a push to the upside as is. So we'll see on how things actually play about with Bitcoin. If not, if prices come back, it's going to take up more part of it. Yeah, because I also do think that we could actually potentially move to the downside. We could maybe just create like a triangle formation with a push straight to the downside and retesting this one. That's right here. And we'll probably see a slight triangle formation play out in that sense. So we'll just have to wait and see on how things actually play out with Bitcoin. Because obviously today is a bank holiday, you're not going to see much. I won't see as much volatile moves within the sessions, because sessions are not necessarily open during bank holidays as is. So the volume and the volatility that you probably will be expecting is not going to be much higher. But I know very much so that tomorrow will be Tuesday and we'll be back to normal working and operational times. So we'll just have to wait and see how things actually play about with some of like the symbols that I have been showing you in terms of analysis. So yeah, I do hope this was kind of just very much so um, informative. Remember, this is just for educational purposes and not financial advice. So please do enter at your own risk when I am giving out these signals as is. I do obviously offer a course as well. You can check in our description in the bio. There's a few communities as well too, as well as our Instagram page, which is up and active in terms of just giving out educational content and just spreading knowledge as is. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.